what's today's video about? Well, today I'm going to show you how to create this light end of summer, don't want to let go of summer though, look. Keeping it very simple, very glowy and very pink. We're going to do a statement eye without the lashes. So if you want to see how I create this look, then of course you do. Please keep on watching and enjoy this video. Now I've done my eyes and my brows, I'm going to show you how I do the rest of my makeup after I've applied the primers, my eyes and my brows. I'm going to use the E.L.F Cosmetic CC Colour Correcting Full Coverage Cream, and I have two shades here. Now don't ask me what the two shades are because I don't know, the packaging's disgusting, right? But one's a kind of tan shade, it probably is called tan, and the other is a more lighter natural shade. So I'm going to mix these two, and I'm also going to throw in a little bit of glow. So this is NYX's High Glass face primer. Now I don't use this as a face primer, but I do mix it in with these two to make it more glowy. It works every time. So I'm going to take my little Primark makeup handy thing here. This week guys, amazing, so that you're not getting makeup all over your hands, you're not getting dirty, it's not over your table, it's on this little thing here. I don't know if Primark still sell them, I've had this for about 8 months or something now, but I'm sure you'll get something similar on eBay. Amazing makeup gadget. I'll take the darker shades, pop a little bit on like that, take a bit of the lighter shades, and then a bit of the High Glass, which I just put bang in the centre. So that's how it looks. Now obviously I didn't fake tan my face, if you didn't know, but yeah, so I'm just trying to get a nice wee match. I don't want to be too tanned on the face, hence why I'm not using just the pure dark colour, because it would be orange.
Look how orange you look, girl.
Both a brush, this is just from Primark, and a beauty blender sponge that is highly disgusting. I'll use the brush just to mix all that in. And then just get blending. Okay, so what I just did there was I started with the brush, I buffed it in, and then afterwards I took the sponge just to press it into my skin and also go around these wee brow bits because I don't like them looking too pale. So I take a wee sponge and go around them and just any of the hard to reach areas and just make sure it's patted into my skin. Always remember to go down your neck so that you look like you're joining. Always blend it in seamlessly. So next up I'm going to put on a little bit of concealer. So this is the Kat Von D. I know it's now, is it KD or KBD Cosmetics, because she bought herself out of the company. So this is the Locket Concealer. God knows what it's called now, right? But at the time this was medium 25 warm, and I'm just hoping you can still get some. I just pop some of it on my cheeks as such, just because when I do this, sometimes I like to have my freckles on show, other times I just don't. It just depends on my mood, and today I'm obviously very moody because I don't want them on show. Beauty blender that I use for my foundation, the disgusting one, and just pat that in. Next on the list, you want to set that so your face doesn't feel greasy, so you don't just have a wee itch and scratch our makeup off. So I just use Rimmel's Stay Matte Powder, and this is translucent. So I just take a bit of this, a little Spectrum 804 brush, and swirl it around and just kind of dab it on. Next up, we obviously need to get something to cover these eye bags. So today I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Multi-Use Concealer and Neutralizer Christmas. So as I previously mentioned in my other video that I'll link down below, there's a difference between the concealer and the neutralizer. The neutralizer is basically more heavy duty, whereas the concealer just does what any other concealer does. So I would definitely recommend using the neutralizer. As you can see, I'm very fond of it. So I just do this, some here, some here, some here. Stunning. And then I just go ahead with two things. Okay, so first, Spectrum Beauty Blender, but the second is something I've not shown you before, is this little guy. Your hand through like a little puppet, and it's so good. Basically you don't wet it or anything, you do it dry. You're meant to use it for foundation or concealer. Personally I found it didn't really work for me for foundation, however patting it in down my neck worked seamlessly. But I do quite like it for getting into my under eye due to this little corner. It really gets in there. So I go between Beauty Blender and this thing that I cannot remember the brand of. However, Tarte Westbrook does sell something similar, but it's not hers. So get into that inner corner and start patting away. So if you're wondering what I'm doing with the blender, I'm basically just taking over the excess bits down at the bottom and then just patting the bit under my eye in further just to make it more seamless, and then using it on my nose and the other areas I apply that concealer just to make sure everything is all blended out as so. And there, my hair's in actual state, it needs wash. Next I'll go in with bronzers, highlighters, under eye highlighters, and finish off my eyelid. My iconic London Luminous Powder Original. This is a favourite of mine, it pops up in nearly every video. Now I'm just going to use just a little kind of bronzer brush. I think I got this off Be Bold's tanning website. Tap it in and bronze up those cheeks. I just love that it gives you a glow and a bronze at the same time. It's stunning. And there we have some bronze sun-kissness to our cheeks that makes her just match or tan it a little bit more. But for a little bit extra, I'm going to take the same iconic Luminous powder, swirl it and just go over my collarbone a little just to make it pop more. So the next thing, I'm going to take a wee tiny beauty blender and my very old iconic contour palette, and yeah, it's very loved, it's very old. I'm going to take the last two shades here and then tap off some excess and just go into my eyes to brighten them that little bit more. so with that iconic contour palette, what I like to do is when I'm dabbing it in, I like to drag it up the way just to make the eyes look more awake and more elevated. So I always go in and I just drag the whiteness up a bit, just to give the illusion that I'm more awake than I am, because I am shattered. So it does make the eyes look more like... So now that I'm more awake than I feel, I'm going to go on ahead with highlighter. Now, I am currently obsessed with Rev Evolution Light Contour Palette. I don't really use the bronzer as much, but I've been using this highlight shade, and boy is she good. It actually does smell of chocolate, right? I was a bit sceptical, okay? I was a bit sceptical that this was not going to smell like chocolate, because if you've had Too Faced this range, you know it does legit smell of chocolate, and I thought, how can that be £30 odd and this is only like £6 and smell the same? But it does. So I'm going to just take some of, again, Rev Evolution Pink Grapefruit Brightening Makeup Fixing Spray, and I'm going to use that to wet my little highlighter brush. This is Glow Up and it's Beauty Bray's own make. These brushes again are amazing. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see that I did a whole breakdown serialisation of the Beauty Bay brushes. I can't recommend them enough, so go check that out. So I'm going to get these cheeks wet and then go right in with the highlight shades. Okay, this brush isn't wet enough for my liking. I like things wet. Okay, so take that in. Then I'm going to take a fan brush, spray some of my MAC Fix Me on that. And we're glowing. Next up is Blush O'Clock. Now again, an Rev Evolution product. I am living for them at the moment. Like, if you're into Superdrug, you cannot ignore that brand. Obviously it's an extension of Makeup Revolution, and I happen to have a blog that should be live already once I get around to posting this video, based on Rev Evolution's products at the moment, because their colours are so bold. They're really standing out to me, and yeah, 3 for 2 as well. Can you help yourself? Absolutely not. So this is their Brave matte blush, and it's like a little broken heart. But just take a little blush brush and pat, pout and pat, pout and pat. Into the skin. It's just a stunning blush, really stunning. Goes on like a dream. And I think it was only like £5 or £6 as well. I mean, you think of how big that is and how cute it is as well. Can you really complain? You like compare it with other products as well. You're getting something free. 3 for 2, you're going to get something free, and that thing could be £5, it could be £6. Like, that's a bargain. Like, get to Superdrug. Seriously, get to Superdrug. Okay, so just for now, I'm going to set my face, just to let all the products I just applied sink in. Next thing I like to do is then obviously go back to my eyes, because they are not complete, honey, they are not complete. So I'm going to take precisely my brow pencil in shade 3.5. I think this is the last of this video I went down a shade, because I felt like I needed something a little bit lighter, as I'm using this as my main go-to for my whole eyebrow look at the moment. So I already applied my brows, but as I've applied foundation and stuff, I do like to obviously go back over them so my brows are on fleek. I hate that saying. Does anyone else hate that saying? But I still say it. So yeah, just light-handed, go back in and just make them pop. Okay, so after you've done your brows, don't forget to brush the product through. Now, I admit this is not something I did until recently. When I was watching a lot of kind of makeup tutorials during lockdown, and they always brushed the product through, but I always thought that took some of the product off, but in fact it just softens the look, and a girl needs that. So always make sure you brush it through. Don't be like me and go about with really intense brows with really clogged up product. I'm living proof of mistakes. So then I just take a bit of my Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in shade 3, and I just comb through that slightly, go up at the front, and then carefully and lightly brushing it through. This is just the travel size one, as I've had this for months. It really does last a long time. I feel like if you're using Benefit products for the first time, and maybe unsure if you like them or not, I would say definitely get travel sized on their products, because they do last a long time and you will grow to love them. Even though I do love Gimme Brow, I still use the travel size one because it's cheaper in it, like it's more budget friendly. So brush that lightly through as well. Fleeky brows. I've done it again, right, and I've said it, but what can you say if your brows looking good, like brows on point? But I say that for my eyeliner. Like, tell me down below, what do you say when your brows are just, you're having a good brow. Okay, so I don't think I mentioned what I actually used for my eyes in the first place. It was the Makeup Obsession, which is also a spin-off from Makeup Revolution. They have so many spin-offs, but this is Makeup Obsession Kisses palette, and it's all kind of pinks and purples. It's stunning, so stunning. I think this costs like £8 to £10, somewhere in that margin, and it just has so many nice shades, some shimmer pigments and mattes, and then obviously a beautiful mirror. So I concentrated on using shade Making Me Blush and Feeling Cute, so accurate. So I focused on those two and put a bit of sparkle and beauty pigment in the centre, and then took a bit of Kisses darker pink for the outer corner, and that was my lot. Seeing as I've just done like my makeup, I'll go in ahead with these shades and just brighten them up slightly without getting too much pigment down my face. Light-handed, it's instantly. I'm obsessed with pink eyeshadow at the moment. I don't know what it is, but it's just having a moment. And then go down below. Now before I started this and I just had the pink eyeshadow on, you must have thought she looked ill. I'm not going to lie, see, when I just have these little basic eyeshadow days where I'm not putting too much on, I do just stick to the same brush, and I know that's so bad, but I feel like if it does the job, then why the hell not? So then I take a bit of the Kisses darker shade and go in with that just in the inner corner, round a little bit. It's so pretty, so pretty. Like, I honestly wish this was a false lash day, but it isn't. Do the horrid of licking your finger and just go back over the pigment. Who else licks their finger to put on pigment? Like, it can't just be me. Like, it's disgusting, but it works. Like, why not? It works so well. Like, sometimes a brush does not pack it on as much as your little finger does when you look at it. Okay, my eyes are almost done, so now I'm going to go in with my Tarte lash colours. I was going to say lash scissors, but that did not sound right. Okay, so lashes curled. Now to set that, I go in with my iconic London Triple Threat Mascara. I have tried about a few different mascaras and none come close to this. I'm going to take one of my little small mirrors just so I can see exactly where I'm putting that. Okay, so now I'm going to go apply this eye off camera. Okay, mascara applied. So just to finish that look, I'm going to take the Doll Light Duo Highlighter and I'm going to take the lighter shade right here and pop that, inconvenient, but pop that into the inner corners, down my nose and on my cupid's bow. Yes, I do like my finger again. What I like to do is take my fan brush and then just add some of that lighter shade just down the bottom to give a more lighter shade. Forgetful now that I've hit 26 and I don't have anything on my lips. That cannot happen. So I'm going to take Maura Higgins Inglot range, and this is the lipstick in shade Dance Floor that just fell. Take two. So I'm going to take Inglot times Maura Higgins nude lipstick. Take three. So for my lips, I'm going to take Inglot times Maura Higgins nude lipstick in the shade Dance Floor. This is just such a pretty nude shade. Basically today's theme is I want to let the eyes do the talking, so usually I would sometimes pat a little bit of pink in the middle. However, I really want these eyes to just tell my story. So I'm just going to put on some Victoria's Secret Mango Lip Oil High Glass and go for a glossy nude lip instead. It's so glossy, my hair's sticking to it already. And so guys, that's a wrap. I hope you like this little natural, just keeping it simple but girly makeup tutorial. To be honest, I did not plan to do this at all. I was just really feeling the look today and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it to light shine in this window and it is stressing me out. So I'm sorry the colour keeps coming and going, but hopefully it's doing wonders for my highlight. So yeah, I did not do anything to my hair. All I used a bit of Andrew Fitzsimmons Fresh Dry Shampoo, which is available in Primark for $2.50. It smells amazing, it looks amazing. Like, my hair looks like I just washed it, but I haven't washed it for like 4 days. And then on top of that, I just used some Faithful John Frieda Frizz Ease Weightless Wonder Feather Light Smoothing Creme. And honestly, I just put this through my hair. I take it in my handbag throughout the day and my hair starts going frizzy, and it just instantly makes it look like I straightened it, but I never. Hair's looking good, makeup's looking good. Where am I going? Absolutely nowhere, but I will be taking selfies of this. So I hope you like this video. I am going to be doing a little bit of filming after this for a secret project that you may have requested on my Instagram about a specific Chinese oriented fashion brand that I had done a massive haul in just for you guys and for me obviously. and I am going to be trying that on for you. Can you guess who it is? So yeah, that'll be coming soon, but in the meantime, you have a really natural, stunning makeup look. So until that video, stay safe and stay sassy everyone.